We were taught to view the African Rift Valley as a fixed starting line, a location sealed in the deep past where humanity took its first steps and moved on. True beginnings move. They stretch across time and follow life wherever it dares to go. Genesis operates as a pattern, rather than a fixed point on a calendar. The foundational patterns of survival developed in these early, harsh environments formed a biological resilience that refused to break, even as the world around it shifted. Genesis describes the activation of an unbroken code designed to push humanity forward. We can see that code at the microscopic level, traveling within the mitochondrial lineage. This specific biological memory passes directly through generations. It has survived human struggle, mass migration, and environmental collapse. The hands that shape our world and the breath that sustains us are entirely governed by this microscopic continuity. The human body serves as a temporary vessel, actively carrying the resilience of early Earth. In 1951, the discovery of Henrietta Lacks's cells provided the first empirical observation of this biological code defying natural death. These cells revealed a capacity for continuous division and adaptation that broke previously understood biological rules. While mid-century scientists mapped the mechanics of a localized disease, they were observing the code's inherent refusal to die. This cellular endurance operates independently of the fleeting artificial societal systems we build around it. Identifying this biological resilience provided the necessary scientific foundation for humanity to consider its next massive evolutionary step. That step arrived when human cells were launched into the vacuum of space, marking the first time this ancient code left its home planet. This chart compares the Earth-bound threshold for cellular death against the extreme radiation spikes cells endured in the void. Without planetary protection, they faced absolute environmental limits. As shown by the stabilizing lines, they adapted to endure both weightlessness and radiation. This survival reflects the biological resilience of early Earth, reacting to a new frontier. Long before human engineering could realistically plan a colony in the stars, biological life had already proved it was capable of making the journey. Mars exists today as a barren, silent mirror of Earth before life first emerged. The first Martian settlements will eventually require recycled air, sustained water, and the first breaths taken beneath an artificial sky. Sustaining these outposts will rely on our ancient biological inheritance of adaptation, far older than the steel and technology of the habitats. Success on Mars marks the familiar continuation of the original Genesis pattern. Eventually, the first human child will be born on Martian soil, creating an unprecedented identity shift between Earth-born and Mars-born humanity. This new generation must decide if Earth is a home to return to, or merely a distant origin story in the sky. Looking back at Earth from another world strips away the illusion of division, proving the deep interconnectedness of all biological life. Genesis provided the blueprint humanity was always biologically destined to carry across the stars.